3D Sugar Skull Charm Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be making a 3D sugar skull for my sister's charm bracelet on a charm base. And this one is to represent her oldest son who loves skulls and all things creepy like that. And that's also kind of like myself. But I knew that my sister wouldn't want a really creepy, realistic skull on her charm bracelet, so I thought I'd pretty it up a little bit and make it a sugar skull instead to represent him. And so this is what I came up with, and I know around Halloween it was requested of me to do a sugar skull for the Day of the Dead, and at that point I knew that there was no way I'd be able to fit it in because my upload schedule was packed tight. So if you were the one that requested this, I hope you see this video and I hope you like it, and don't forget to click subscribe to my future videos as well.
So the first thing I'm going to do is fill in the base of my little charm with black acrylic, so just the very inside, right so it's at the same level as the frame. So once I have that in there, then I'm just going to apply a layer of gel sealer over the top of it and cure it. And so now I'm ready to start working on my sugar skull. So with white acrylic, I'm going to be sculpting out basically just a flat skull shape. And so I know that this isn't as 3D as I would probably normally do things. Normally the skull would be like a realistic 3D skull, but then have the little details painted on it. That's generally the way I would take this. However, being that this is on a charm, I didn't want it has to be very durable. My sister is pretty, I don't want to say she's hard on things, but she's not as delicate with stuff as I am. And so I know that if someone were to break it, it would be her. I remember once she lit her fingernail on fire. I've never seen anyone do that. It was remarkable. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, she's got her own special skill set in that respect. So for the sugar skull, this is a pretty basic shape, so just a nice rounded top, squared off jaw, and then two little extra bumps there on the sides for the cheekbones. And I just want to mention that if I sound kind of funky tonight, that is probably because I've got a terrible sore throat and I don't know what it's from, and I've been waiting for the optimal time to do this voiceover for a while, the time when it's the most tolerable, so this is the time that I chose. So then with black gel paint, I'm going to paint my sugar skull's eyes, or the skull's eyes. This is the only thing that I'm doing with the gel, and the only reason I am is because I want to put little tiny rhinestones in there, and I knew that without the gel they aren't going to stick very well. So before you cure this, just take and grab some tiny little micro rhinestones and set that in there. And it doesn't show up very well in the video, but in sunlight and in light, all the little facets of those little pieces of glass basically get caught, and it's really pretty because it's all sparkly and looks, I don't know, dimensional. So then now this is after the gel has been cured with black paint, just acrylic paint, I'm going to be painting all the little details of my sugar skull. So I just went and made a whole bunch of loops around the eye sockets. So just little things. And when you're doing this, there are so many directions to take this. There's really no right and no wrong way, and you can do any pattern you like. So I know that traditionally or normally you see a lot of floral stuff, a lot of flowers, and quite a bit of like spider webs and that kind of thing. But once again, my sister probably wouldn't be so happy with the spider web, so I went with the flower. So I just went and did a very simple classic flower pattern on the forehead that kind of goes with the loops that go around the eye sockets, or that I put around the eye sockets, you know, that same style. And then just added a couple little swirls here and there, a little bit of filigree to fill in any of the gaps. And at the moment, I'm not doing too much as far as color goes. That I'll add in a moment. So just all of that. And I also want to mention, I'll probably mention this again in the next couple of videos, but I'm going to be traveling quite a bit, and it's going to be hard for me. Well, for one thing, I'm not going to be able to create new videos, so I'm going to be uploading a little less in the next, I'm going to say like 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm not saying that I'm not uploading. Instead of being 5 times a week, think of it more of like 2 times a week, just for the next little bit. And I do intend on picking up my upload schedule more, and I'm going to be uploading because I've got a couple videos prepped for my other channel, for the art channel. So I'm still going to be around, just not quite as much as I'd like to be. So then I also, with white paint, I just fixed up one of the flower petals that got a little wonky, and I also highlighted the teeth. So then with I used blues and greens and yellows for the most part, and the reason I did this is because it's to represent her son, and I figured that you should probably go with colors that he likes, and so I decided, he really likes red, but I thought a red on a skull would also probably fall into that category of too creepy for my sister. So I just decided that blues and greens would probably be the way to go there. And I just added it mostly inside the flower and then the little loops that are around the eye sockets with the blue and the green. Just fill it in. And you can, like I said, it's really customizable. You can do whatever you want. And then if you're doing this on a nail, make sure you apply matte top coat since this is a charm and not going to be washed. I figured it was okay. So thanks for watching. Please share recreations with me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!